Good morning and Shidalek. I'm sure you all had a great weekend, okay? And at the same time, I hope you all are taking a very good care of yourself, your parents, and your studies, most importantly, okay? Yes. So I welcome you to the 7th week. Yes. Now we are entering into the 7th week, okay? Yes. So as usual, today we have got 4 sessions, okay? Yes. So this whole week, okay, that means today and tomorrow, we are going to focus on the vocabulary building, as well as vocabulary acquisition, okay? Because vocabulary plays a very important role, okay? Yes. Now, before I start my, which is a topic on vocabulary, now, as usual, I told you, recapitulation is very important. So we are going to do a short recapitulation, and I request you all to join me in doing the recapitulation, and which is a, so we are already done with 6 long sessions. Okay, I mean 6 weeks. We have been teaching English online for almost 6 weeks. Okay, yes, and during these 6 weeks, we have covered so many important parts of an English language. You got it? So we did not touch any literature part, but we covered almost all the important parts what a student needs to keep in mind when it comes to English language. Okay? Yes. So let us try to go through all the topics that we have covered so far. Okay? And then we are going to start with today's, which is a lesson. Okay? Yes. So let us try to do it together. Okay? Yes. So okay, so recapitulation. Okay, so recapitulation is the process of going back. Okay, yes, just reviewing what the things that you have done. Okay, yes. So you remember we started with the words. Okay, yes. So in the word, what we did, we talked about the different parts of speech. So this different part of speech, it's almost applicable to all the languages. Okay, when we talk about the Tibetan language, if you are learning Tibetan language, okay, you must go through all the different parts of which is Tibetan language. Okay, and then we focused on the verbs, which are very important. Okay, yes. So verb plays very important role. Okay, you won't find any single sentence which does not have a verb. Okay, so when I say verb, now you are very much clear. Okay, I'm not just talking about the main verb. Okay, now this is John. Okay, this is cat. You must say, okay, there isn't any verb. So the teacher is saying there isn't any single sentence which does not have verb. Okay, by now you know. When I say verb, I'm not just talking about the principal verb or what you say main verb. Okay, eat, play, like this. Okay, these are verbs, definitely. But all the verbs are not these principal verbs. So by now you know, when I say verb, there are 3 types. Okay, yes, the principal verb, of course. We have got helping verb, and we have got linking verb. Okay, so those who have already attended that lesson, you must be familiar when I say verb. And those who have not attended, okay, I request you to go through this and see if there is anything you can learn, okay, if there is anything you can take away from those online which receive videos, okay, yes. And after verb, which receive, I'm going to write here type so that you will just review, okay, what I have written here, verb, and then we which move on to the sentences. Okay, yes. So in sentence, we talk about different types. When I say sentence, what is a sentence? Okay, yes. What are the different types of sentences? Where the sentences are normally divided in 2 parts. Okay, we told you one part, it depends upon the structure, how the structure of the sentence is made. According to that, we divided the sentences, and we also divided the sentence on the basis of their function. What is the particular function of that particular sentence? Okay, so when we talk about sentence, we also want to inform you about the different types of sentences. When it comes to function, you must be knowing, okay, interrogative, exclamatory, declarative, all these sentences, okay? And when we talk about the structure, how the sentence is made, you remember what are the different types? We have got simple sentence, okay? We have got compound sentence, we have got complex sentence, and we have got the compound complex sentence, okay? Yes. So, if you are very much familiar with all the simple sentences, even if you are, which you are studying in class 6, 7, okay? But your, which is the sentence structure always remain, which is simple sentence and compound sentence. Now, it's high time you have to move on to the greater level, okay? Yes. Why don't you use complex sentence and most importantly, compound complex sentence, okay? Yes. So when you go to higher classes, whenever a teacher assesses your piece of writing, now they know that you are very much familiar with simple and complex. Now they will try to look for all the sentences which come under the higher category, that is complex sentence and compound complex. So they will look for, which would say, they will see whether you are able to use, which would say, the above two sentences or not. Okay, so these are the things that you have to keep in mind, okay, when it comes to the sentence. Okay, yes. And then what do we call a group of sentence? We call it paragraph. Okay, yes. Okay, now from sentence we move on to the paragraph, and in paragraph we learn the different types of paragraph. What is a paragraph? What is the topic sentence, which plays very important role in a paragraph? Okay, we already have many sessions on this particular topic, paragraph. Okay, yes. So paragraphs are divided into so many parts. Okay, yes. So what do you say? Declarative, okay, expository, okay, yes, the informative, okay, all this, we have already covered that thing, and especially the expository, which is about informing, and which is it talks about explaining. Okay, now when I say paragraph, I'm just talking about the writing part. Now here we are just focusing on the writing, and from paragraph we focus also on essay writing. Okay, yes. So a group of paragraph is called essay. Okay, so how should we write essay? What are the different types of which is components that you have to keep in mind? Okay, whether it is a paragraph or whether it is an essay, what you have to keep in mind, you have to keep in mind this sign, which is these two fingers I told you. Okay, yes. So we have got the thumb, we have got the little finger, and then we have the body. So whenever there is a paragraph or essay, you have to keep in mind this hand. Okay, when we are learning science, and in science I think we also use this hand, okay, left hand rule like this. But here what it says is, here the thumb which represents the introduction, and the little one we talk about the conclusion, and the three body part. Okay, yes. So this can be applied to the essay. Okay, yes. In paragraph we also have the heading. Okay, that means the introduction, we have got the body, and this conclusion. These are the things that you have to keep in mind. Okay, and now next, where did we focus? We focus on reading. Okay, yes. And in reading, what did we do? We just talk about the different text structure. Okay, yes. Text structure, I told you text structure. We also have text features. We have already done, what should I say, so many sessions on this text structure and text features. Whenever you have, what should I say, to tackle one piece of reading material, okay, you read your textbook. When you say textbook, you which read so many informational texts. That means all the textbook, reference book like this. Okay, so in this we have got different features. I remember giving you an example of my face. If you look at my face, there are different features: my nose, ears, waist. Now like this, we have got the different text features. Okay, yes, heading, title, glossary, index. Now these parts carries additional information apart from the text. Okay, now the text structure means how the writer organizes his ideas, okay, in that small piece of writing. Okay, so in text structure, where we basically talk about the 4 parts. You remember? Okay, what are the different types of text structure? We have got the compare and contrast. Remember, you have got the chronological order where events are put according to the order. Okay, we have got cause and effect. We also have the problem solution. Now, these are the things that you have to keep in mind. Okay, the text structure, there are 4. Whenever we come across any textbook, we will come across this. Okay, yes, text structure and text features. Okay, yes. And then we move on to another genre. So when I say genre, you all are familiar with different types of genre. Okay, now this word should be familiar. If you are familiar, it's good. If you are not familiar, when I say genre, I'm just talking about different types. Okay, even if you are listening to different songs, okay, the songs are not of only one type. Okay, there are different types. You can talk about the rock and roll, you talk about the jazz, you talk about the blues, you talk about heavy metal, so many things. You have got traditional, you have got nowadays we are coming fusion. Okay, yes, mix. Okay, now these are different types of genre. Okay, when we talk about the movies, okay, you all are familiar with movies. Now, by now you should be using this word. What type of genre? Yeah, I like horror movies. No, I like sentimental movies. I like war movies. Now, these are the different types. Okay, the genre means type. Now, when it comes to a book, okay, reading book, we also have the different genres. What type of genre are you interested in reading? Some of you are very much fond of reading detective stories. Some of you are very much interested in reading fantasy. Okay, literature, different types. Now, these are called genre. You got it? So, there in language, we have got different genre. Okay, now in our previous lesson, we talk about, I'm going to write here, we talk about the, first one is we talk about the prose. We also talk about the poems. We also talk about the drama. Now, these are the things that you will come in your English textbook, if we not talk about the general. Okay, in textbook, you will find prose, poems, drama. These all are different. Okay, yes, there are some strategies where we have to keep in mind when we study prose. When it comes to poem, now there are different things that you have to be familiar. You should be more, empowered to study this. When it comes to different the other genre, that is drama, it has got in special characteristic. Okay, so basically we have already introduced you to all these skills. Okay, and remember we are here to make you familiar with the different types of skills. So when we say skill, you cannot develop your skill in just 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 sessions. Okay, you need to practice. Okay, we will just give you some ideas. Okay, by referring to different resources, and we will try to just ignite some kind of a spark. Okay, so that spark will later grow into a full-fledged fire. Okay, so that is the work that you have to do. Once you get familiar with, and then you just try to go into different type of resources and try to get some idea what these are. Okay, so that is the main aim of our session. Okay, so if you look at this, what we have done in the previous 6 weeks, okay, if you look at this, we basically started from the grassroots. Okay, our graph normally looks like this. Okay, yes, we are going from the word, and now we are talking about the paragraph, we are talking about essay, we are talking about the reading. Okay, yes, and we also did one session on listening. Okay, and oral presentation. Now these all are a part of the any language. Okay, you can apply this strategy, you can apply this method in all the language you do. Okay, yes. So we also did oral presentation, how you should do your oral presentation. In my class, okay, I'm just having my own online class, okay, apart from this class 8 and class 9. So during this session, I also gave, my student, which is the writing exercise. I told them to follow all the writing processes. Remember, whenever there is a writing process, you have to keep in mind the writing process. And once you use this writing process, then you will see the difference it makes. So it plays very important role. That is the thing that you have to keep in mind. And second one, when we talk about the oral presentation, there are so many things that you have to keep in mind when you do some kind of presentation. Yes, before you just face your camera or before you face your own family member, there are so many other homework that you have to do. It involves lots and lots of skills that indirectly we want you to develop. So I'm sure you all have gone through all the videos that were uploaded. You can visit it in YouTube, Tibet TV YouTube, if you have missed all these things. And if you are interested in learning, yes. So I request you to go through and revisit all the videos, there will be something that you can take away from these videos, So that's my recapitulation part, Now let us talk about today's lesson, that is, which is a vocabulary, yes. So for that, I want you to look at my slides, Let us see what is the topic, yes. Yeah, so now our topic is vocabulary. You know, there's no need for me to tell you much about the importance of vocabulary, yes. So when you are learning a language, it's important for you to increase your vocabulary. The more vocabulary you have, more comfortable you feel. So context clue. What do you mean by context clue? Whenever we come across any unfamiliar words in a text, we use clues from the passage to get the meaning of the word. This is called context clue, yes. So when I read this definition, the meaning, you must be familiar. Even we used to come across different words, As a teacher, it doesn't mean that we know the meaning of all the words. We also come across so many new words. In fact, we are learning every day, yes. So when we are teaching English textbook and when you are going through all the textbook, science, whether it is science, social, whether it is math, whether it is English, especially in math also, we come across different words. And because of these words, even if our students are familiar with the concept, all these things, but that word, it stops. You got it? So it's very important. Now, my question, how do we look for the meaning? If you come across any new word in your text, so what do you do? Now these are the questions that we ask students when we were on a school, visit, So that was one question that we asked, Whenever you come across one difficult word, Yes, some unfamiliar word in any book that you are reading, Right now you are reading one storybook, Yes, and you are reading one textbook. So obviously you come across different words, the words which are not familiar to you, which are totally new. So my question is, how do you do this? Whenever you come across new word, what do you do? So most of the students, sir, we used to refer to dictionary. Yes, very good. So, dictionary, that is one way of learning a new word. One way of solving the mystery of that word. Dictionary. What do you do? So we just try to read all the words that are around that particular word, and then we try to get the meaning. Yes, very good. And what is the other one? So we used to ask our friends, and then we get the meaning, and then else, and then we ask teacher. Now these are the different strategies. You got it? Everybody will come across new words. I told you, I also come across new words. Now, these are the different strategies. Now, what is the first one? I told you, reading and writing, it's very much related. If you are a very good writer, keep this in mind. If you are a very good writer, you will be a good reader, because a good reader knows where to look. What are the different strategies that you have to keep in mind in order to comprehend one reading passage? Why? But that reading passage, that small passage, is written by somebody who is very much familiar with the writing. Okay, whenever he has written that small piece of writing, there are so many things in his mind. Okay, he does not want to confuse the reader. His main idea, okay, I am just transferring one small piece of information. So there are different ways of informing that. Okay, should I use descriptive? Should I use chronological? Should I use cause and effect? Should I use compare contrast? Should I use problem solution? Now that writer is familiar. Oh, suppose now if I am using this problem and solution, now what are the things that I have to keep in mind so that I will not confuse my readers, so that I can make my reader easily understand what I'm trying to say. So he has got all these things in his mind. And then, more importantly, he will use all the hint words. I want my writers to get that idea through these hint words, through these signal words. So you see, if you're a good writer, you are also a good reader. You got it? So, what I'm trying to say, yes, we are talking about the difficult words. Okay, I want you to practice this. Okay, so one strategy is context clue. Okay, so what is context clues? I have already told you. Now, for example, you come across some difficult words in a sentence. Okay, referring to dictionary, it's very good. But before which is referring to dictionary, there is one thing that you have to keep in mind. A good writer always have this context clue. Okay, yes, there is no need for you to look for the meaning. The meaning is already there in the words which are around them. Okay, and that is the the strategy that is called context clue. Okay, yes, whenever we come across any unfamiliar word, we use clues. So clues means signal, hint from the passage that we are reading. Why? Because the writer has indirectly given us the meaning. Okay, why? Because he has already introduced a new word. His idea is to make the reader understand. So that's why he will try his best to give the readers the meaning of that word. Okay, so it is hidden somewhere. So that is the little thing that you have to do. You have to, instead of referring to dictionary, you just go and read the words which are around them. So that is called context clue. By looking at the context, by looking at that passage, you will get some idea. You will get the signal. Did you understand? So let us take an example. Okay, it will, it will make it very clear. Okay, so that is it. Okay, context clue example. He thought the house was valuable, but it was incorrect. The house was actually worthless. Okay, yes. Now you will come across this piece of paragraph. Okay, I mean this small piece. Okay, yes. Now I have highlighted two words, valuable. Okay, now as far as that word valuable is concerned, you all are familiar, valuable, something which has got some value. Now the next word is worthless. Okay, now if there is somebody, one student, who does not know the meaning of worthless? Okay, yes, the writer has already given some clue. Okay, yes, there is no need for you to look at the dictionary. Okay, if the writer has not used any context clue, only then you just refer the dictionary. So that is the second one. Okay, so instead of relying on dictionary, why don't you use your own skill? Okay, yes. So he thought the house was valuable, but it was incorrect. The house was actually worthless. Now, if you look at the word worthless, if you are not familiar, you will get some idea. Okay, yes. Now, I want to say that in that sentence, I've made one mistake. Okay, he thought. Okay, it is he thought. So you see, there are so many things we also make mistake. So I beg your pardon. Okay, yes. So let us look at the question. Which clue shows the meaning of the worthless? The worthless is there. I told you a good writer will always keep in mind, okay, yes, this context clue. Okay, whenever he uses some difficult words, he will make sure that he puts some hints. He will just give us a clue. Which clue show the meaning of worthless? Synonyms, antonym, an example. Now, different ways of showing the context clue. Now, if you look at this, which clue? Okay, is it a synonym use? Is it antonym, or is it example? Synonym means word having same meaning. Antonym, opposite. Okay, and the third one is example. Now, he thought the house was valuable. You know the meaning, but it was incorrect. So it was incorrect means now we are talking about the opposite, valuable. okay, and worthless. Valuable is something which has got worth, and worthless means which does not have any value. Okay, so the word, even if you don't know the meaning of the worthless, you will get some idea. On one side we have got valuable, and it says that it was incorrect. The house was actually, so that is a counterpart. So that means, which clue shows the meaning of worthless? Oh, I think it is the antonym. Okay, valuable, something which is of value, and worthless, which does not have any value. Did you get some idea? Okay, yes. So we have used antonym, opposite. Okay, valuable. Let us take another example. Okay, the types of context clue. There are different types of context clue. Now let us read this. Textbook writers usually know when they must use a word that will be new to their student readers. They often include other words or phrases to help with the understanding of the new word. These words or phrases are referred as context clue. They are built into the sentence around the typical word. You remember? Okay, so when you say, okay, whenever I come across any new words, I try to read all the words which are around this. So you use this. So what are we using? We are using context clue. Okay, yes. Now if somebody asks, do you know this which is strategy, context clue? Oh yeah, I know what context clue, because whenever we come across new words, we try to read all the words or phrases around that particular difficult word, and then we try to get the meaning. Okay, so that is called context clue. So that is one skill student, okay, not just student, we as an adult should know. Okay, yes, that is the thing. Now context clue. When I talk about context clue, there are different types. Okay, yes. Now let us try to look at the different types. The context clue, okay, there are different types. First, you have to keep in mind idea. That is an acronym. Okay, yes, acronym, you know. Okay, I'm just adding all the initial letter of the words. I stands for inference, D stands for definition, E stands for example, A stands for antonym, and S stands for synonym. So inference, you all are familiar. Inference, it's very important. Whenever you have got any poem or textbook, prose, okay, the examiner, they also check your inference, whether you are, understanding what inference is. Okay, for example, my friend always goes to a doctor, he always eats medicine, he always lies in bed whole day. Now, what kind of inference you get? Okay, I'm not directly saying that he is sick, but you should be able to get some inference. Okay, you have to infer, he always eats medicine, he always goes to a doctor, he always lie on his bed, he is not that bad. Okay, I think he is sick. So that is the skill. So that is called inference. You will get some idea. You should conclude. Now sometimes the examiner, they will give you one poem, they will give you one prose, and then they try to see whether you are familiar with the inference, whether you can understand. Sometimes we evaluate. Okay, they are going to check whether you are able to evaluate. Okay, Tashi always helps. Okay, do you think Tashi is a good man? Now you have to evaluate. Now these are the skills that we check, okay, through prose and poetry. Okay, yes, coming back to the types of which are context clue. Okay, inference, okay, you will get some idea. Definition, sometimes that difficult words, there will be definition given in that a sentence. Sometimes example, sometimes antonym, sometimes synonym. A good reader always look for context clue. They will never use dictionary unless it is necessary. Okay, so they always look for context clue to get the meaning of the unknown words. Okay, that is a skill. Okay, you can the time spent looking for the dictionary, you can also get. Okay, yes. So let us try to get some example. The first one, inference. Inference means the meaning is not there. I told you that there is no direct conversation. I told you, Tashi eats, he goes to bed, he lies on the bed. Okay, so he is a sick. Okay, yes, you will get some idea. Okay, meaning is not there. Please don't mind if he does not talk much, because he is very explicit. Okay, now if you don't know the meaning of explicit, now you just say, please don't mind if he does not, okay, he does not talk much. Okay, so explicit, okay, yes, so what do you mean by that? You will get some idea, okay, yes, he does not speak, he is not that much outspoken, so actually you will get some idea. Okay, so that is inference. Let us talk about definition. Okay, meaning is given in the text. A man is stingy when he does not spend much money. Okay, now you will come across these type of sentences. I told you these are written by great writers. Okay, or someone who knows how to write. Okay, a man is stingy. Now, for example, if you don't know the meaning of stingy, you just look at that because the definition is there. A man is stingy when he does not spend much money. Oh, my friend is stingy. That means he does not spend much. Okay, yes, so that is the stingy. So here the writer has used definition. Let us take example, okay, E, okay. Example of the word is given. A beverage such as coffee, tea, water will be served to all. Okay, now if you are not familiar with the word beverage, please don't refer to dictionary directly. There are so many things that you can know. If you know the context clue, I'm sure that writer has used some context clue. His purpose is not to confuse. His purpose is to help. Okay, yes. Now here the writer has used example. For example, a beverage, if you don't know the beverage, such as. So the word such as means it's example. Okay, such as coffee, tea, water. So beverage is, all the, coffee and tea and something that we drink. Okay, you will get some idea. So that is called context. Context clue. Okay, let us take antonym. Okay, the opposite of the word is given. Tashi's room is very clean. Okay, again, you see mistake. Okay, so there are some mistakes here. Okay, we make mistake. Okay, yes. So Tashi's room is clean, but Tenzin's room is opposite. Okay, Tashi's room is clean, but Tenzin's room is opposite. It is very filthy. Now, if you don't know the meaning of filthy, okay, if you are coming across this word for the first time in your life, don't refer to the dictionary unless there is context clue. Okay, good writer will always use context clue. If that writer is not familiar, and then you need to refer. Okay, first try to read. Tashi is very clean. Tashi's room is very clean. But Tenzin's room is opposite. Okay, opposite, clean and opposite. It is very filthy. Now you will get some idea. Okay, opposite means clean, you can understand. So filthy, even if you don't know, filthy is the opposite of clean. So it may be very dirty, messy, all these things. You will get. So here the context clue used is opposite. Okay, yes. Let us talk about the synonyms. I hate or detest eating spicy food. Okay, yes. So hate, you know, detest, okay, you don't know. But here you just look at this, the word or. I hate or detest eating spicy food. So hate or detest, it's synonyms or. Okay, so that means he's talking about synonyms. Okay, I hate. So detest, detest is it hate, you dislike. Okay, so these are the things that you have to keep in mind. So that is, we are talking about the context clue. Did you understand? Okay, yes. Meaning of the words. Okay, so for example, without context clue, okay, I'm just asking you this question. It was idyllic day. I want to learn phytoplankton. Okay, now you tell me the meaning of idyllic and you tell me the meaning of phytoplankton. Even I face difficulty in pronouncing that word. Okay, yes. Now you tell me, what do you do? Okay, do you see any context clue? No, it's very difficult. So a good writer will never leave his sentence like this. He will always try to give us a context clue. You know that. Okay, a good writer is also a good reader. So that's the phrase that I'm repeating all the time. So let us, okay, you don't know. Okay, so far you don't know unless you refer to the dictionary. Okay, even I don't know the meaning of these words. Okay, before using that context clue. Now let us see. Okay, yes, idyllic. You look at the left one. It was an idyllic day, sunny, warm, and perfect for a walk in the park. Now, did you get some idea what idyllic means? Okay, so I told you, a good writer will never use incomplete sentence. He or she will always try to give us some context clue. He or she will give us a clue. So, it was an idyllic day. So, what is an idyllic day? Sunny, warm, and perfect time for a walk. So, did you get the meaning of idyllic? So, idyllic, what is the idyllic day? Idyllic day is a day on which it's very sunny and warm and perfect for all our outdoor activities. You got the meaning. You got it? Okay, yes. So, you remember the first word, phytoplankton. Okay, yes, phytoplankton. I don't know. Yes. So, to learn about phytoplankton or tiny ocean plants, scientists sample up to 100 liters of water each day. Okay, so if you are not familiar with the word phytoplankton, now you get some meaning from the clue, yes, or tiny ocean plants. What is a phytoplankton? So phytoplankton is tiny ocean plant, already there. So that is the context clue. So do you think it's important for you to refer to the dictionary? Yeah, you may if you don't find any context clue. But first of all, you keep this in mind, context clue. What is a context clue? You have to keep in mind. Did you understand? Okay, yes. So, Doji and Tenzin are opposite in terms of their physics. Okay, physics means you know. Okay, yes. Doji is lean and thin, but Tenzin is stocky. Yes. So, what do you mean by stocky? If you are not familiar with the word stocky, you will get some idea. Doji and Tenzin are opposite. Okay, in terms of physical appearance, they are totally different. Doji is lean and thin. Okay, Doji is lean and thin. Okay, but Tenzin is stocky. Oh, now you will get the meaning of stocky. Stocky is the opposite of lean and thin. Why? Because, what should I say, Doji and Tenzin are already mentioned opposite. You got it? Okay, yes. Second one, some animals can camouflage. If you are familiar with the word camouflage, well and good, which means they can easily change their color according to their environment in order to hide from others. So suppose you don't know the meaning of camouflage, but you know context clue. I'm sure the writer has used some context clue here. Now let me see what type of context clue he or she has used. Some animals can camouflage, which means, okay, chemical, okay, so the definition is there. So what is the meaning of camouflage? They easily change their color according to the environment. You see, so you got the idea. Camouflage is the power to change your color according to the environment in order to hide from the other, which is a predator animal who are eating. Okay, yes. Third one, my friend is always willing to accept others' order and wishes. She can't say no to others. I can't be submissive like her. Okay, so what do you mean by the word submissive? Suppose you don't know the meaning of submissive. Now, before relying on to your dictionary, you remember, there is a context clue. My teacher told me that, what should I say, don't refer to the dictionary unless it is necessary. He always told me to use the context clue. A good writer will always use this context clue. Okay, so let me see. Okay, my friend is always willing to accept others' order and wishes. She can't say no to others. I can't be submissive like her. Okay, like her. Okay, what is he? What is she? She is always willing to accept others' order and wishes. So submissive is a person who always accept orders and wishes from others, as a person who cannot say, in fact, no, okay, but I don't want to be like her. So you get the meaning of submissive. Did you understand? Now, these are all context clue. Now, let us take an example of the last one. Okay, we all have phobias. Sometimes these phobia can cause problem in our lives. I'm sorry, okay? Again and again, I'm making a mistake. So I just beg your pardon. Okay, yes, this is the mistake. I'm not talking. I don't know why that word love comes all the time. Okay, yes. We all have phobias. Sometimes these phobias cause major problem in our lives. Okay, now you tell me, what is the meaning of phobia? Okay, yes. Now, do you see any context clue? Okay, oh no. That I don't see any context clue. Okay, I'm not getting any clue from this. Oh, the writer must not have used context clue, or that writer is not familiar with the context clue. Now, what do you do if you don't know the meaning of that thing? And then your option is look for a dictionary, or you just seek the help of your teacher and the elders. Did you understand? Now, context clue, I told you, it plays very important role. You got it? Okay, yes. So I'm going to stop here for today. Okay, I mean, in my first session, and I'm going to be talking about the vocabulary acquisition, okay, and development in my next session. So till then, take care. Thank you. And next we have Ketenjula, okay.